Hi, my name is Stephanie Sahano, and today I'm going to tell you a story about how I became my most authentic self. But first, I want to tell you how this whole story almost didn't happen. In the before times, dun dun dun, before I did this work with Heartwork Journaling, I worried about a lot of things. I worried about money. I worried about what my friends and family would think of me. I worried that I didn't have the skills I thought I needed. I worried that I had nothing to offer. I didn't think I was worth investing in. And all those worries stopped me from doing bigger things than what I was already doing. Then, and this is where the good part happens, I did the 5-day Doodle Your Emotions class in November of 2021. I found Doodle Your Emotions to be so helpful and compelling and so effective in giving me another way to think about things that I just decided that I wasn't going to listen to the no's anymore. I really wanted to participate in Heartwork Journaling University, so I signed up for it. Then I found out about Heartwork Journaling certification. I saw how Heartwork Journaling had helped me, and I knew that I wanted to learn to use it to help others, so I signed up for that too. My life has completely changed for the better, and now there's no going back. Let me explain. When I started with Doodle Your Emotions, I didn't have much confidence. I didn't actually know what confidence was. I didn't know how to soothe myself when I was in a spin of emotion. It was challenging for me to just figure out what was underneath my reactions and to get to a place of choosing my responses. Using the tools I've gained from doing this work with Heartwork Journaling, now, when I'm in distress, I can soothe myself by using courage cards and other tools I will tell you about later. I have 2 boxes full of courage cards now. When I need them, I thumb through them to find the words I need to soothe myself and to remind myself of the things that I know to be true. This has given me a little confidence. Before I began Heartwork Journaling and certification, I didn't know how to think about my reactions to things, so I didn't really know how to do things differently than I had been doing them all my life. I read about inspirational people and saw how they were able to maintain their equanimity in the face of challenges. I wanted to be like them, but I didn't know how to get there. I was trapped in the same web of patterns that I had been in all along. Through Heartwork Journaling, I learned about the thought download and the equation of emotion. I started doing the thought download and equations of emotion formally almost every day for months and months. I felt like I had earned an award for consistency in Heartwork Journaling. Eventually, I started doing the equation of emotions in real time in my head during everyday life so that I didn't need to write it down unless it was particularly tricky. I started to be able to see my experiences as if I was watching from a farther vantage point with a lot more perspective. I began to understand myself and others much better. I'm now able to maintain my equanimity in difficult situations just like I had dreamed of doing. This has given me the confidence to know that I can handle whatever I'm experiencing and figure out why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. I also have the confidence to know that I can choose a different option of thought to have a different experience if I don't like what I'm experiencing using old options of thought that no longer work for me. I gained all these skills just in the nick of time because 6 months or so into my studies, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Since the diagnosis, I've been doing daily paintings using my doodle avatar from Heartwork Journaling and using a crab avatar to represent the cancer. Painting the way I have learned in the process of doing Heartwork Journaling has allowed me to see what's going on inside me in such a way that the cancer hasn't derailed me from my life. It has just put me on a different track. I've been posting my daily paintings along with a blog of my experience on my Give in Kind page on Facebook and more recently on an Instagram page. I get a lot of good feedback from people about how helpful they're finding my work. Many people, including my medical team, thought I should publish it. Maritza posted lessons on how to use Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, and I learned how to use Canva and Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing by watching the videos. I have published my book. Now it's available on Amazon.com, and I am a published author and illustrator. I've decided to continue this process of doodling my experiences for at least 1 year from when I was diagnosed, and to publish a series of books, like a comic book series, about me and my journey with cancer. I've also created a journal for people who are experiencing cancer with mastectomies. Putting my work into the world has given me the confidence that I have something to offer that will benefit people. Before I got involved with Heartwork Journaling and certification, I didn't have the confidence to learn the technology I needed to accomplish these tasks. I considered myself to be a Luddite, but Heartwork Journaling certification has given me the confidence to know that I can learn technology. I'm learning to use iMovie and Canva presentations to make movies like this one that you're watching right now. I've learned to use Procreate to do digital art. I've learned that I can find whatever instructions I need to do pretty much anything by looking on YouTube, and this has given me confidence to learn what I need to learn. This work has also given me the confidence to know that I may have something to say that the world would benefit from if I'm brave and put my work out there. It has given me the confidence to be visible. At first, I was terrified of the learning curve, but now I have enough experience to know that I can learn if I put my mind to it, and I do. I may not know very much at the beginning, but I have confidence in myself to know that I can learn it even if it feels hard or scary. And if I make mistakes, the world will not stop turning. I can try again. This is one of my favorite courage cards. I've also been working on developing a business being a dementia coach, so I can help people who are living with dementia and those who care for them to have more peace in the home and a higher quality of life. I've done some coaching over Zoom, and I have proof of concept that it can be done over the internet. I've developed the confidence to know that when I recover further from cancer, I can turn this into a successful business. While I'm recovering, I'm doing the artwork that I will use with my coaching clients. Before doing all of this Heartwork journaling and certification, I didn't feel worthy of care or support. This work has helped me to see that I am worthy and allowed me to ask for help. This has been vital during the time I've been recovering from the cancer treatment and unable to work. I'm now confident enough to ask my community for help until I get back on my feet. Before becoming involved with this work, I was not brave enough to try out watercolor painting, though I had longed for it for many years. I let not knowing how stop me before I even got started. Now that I've been doodling my emotions and using watercolors, I've grown to love the surprise in what the paint does. In addition to painting my doodles, I've started doing more fine art watercolor paintings. And look at this, I can actually do it. I've gained the confidence to know that it will be okay if I try and I don't like how it turns out. I can always try again. And if I don't like what I made, then I know more about what I prefer and what I don't prefer. I don't beat myself up over it, or anything really these days. I used to be fiercely independent and a people pleaser. Through this work, I've come to realize that these are trauma responses, and acting like this was making me sick. I've been discharging my trauma and becoming more aware of the places where I lacked boundaries. Before doing this work, I believed that other people knew who I was better than I knew myself, so I allowed others to define me. Now I know who I am, and I don't try to fit myself into anyone else's version of me. Now I am my authentic self. Using the lesson on boundaries, I've learned how to set them and how to maintain them. It's been an excellent practice for self-care. I'm confident enough now to set and maintain boundaries. I know that I deserve good treatment from myself and others. I had been estranged from my family and friends because I didn't know how to be safe being around them. I've put all I've learned into practice with my family and friends and now have healthy relationships with them. I'm incredibly grateful for Maritza's mentorship and teaching. I also realize that by healing myself and my relationships, I'm doing some work that is also contributing to the healing of the world. All in all, I would say that the thread that weaves all these things together is that I've gained confidence in every area of my life. Now I know that I can handle whatever feelings I experience. Being open to feeling my feelings has been revolutionary in my life. I think I've gained a lot of wisdom practicing the things I've learned through Heartwork Journaling. And using these things I've learned, I have made my life into a work of art.